Is on late break on?
Pakai link kami main sini. If you gonna get a next.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Alright, he fixed. Yeah, the guy. You think you ready? I just want you to keep it. Use the remote. Use the remote. Yeah.
Step one, because I don't have it. Step one, because I don't have it.
Many activities that are being organized in Venezuela, our region, as a zone of peace.
I am from the formerly I was a Venezuelan diplomat, and what I want to share conversation and something that during the at that time, what we're seeing now is a shift in the narrative. What we're seeing now is a shift in the narrative. It's no longer an issue. Change has not become imperialist. Is adapting to this political base. So now the rhetoric and the messaging around how to attack Venezuela or how to perceive Venezuela is no longer an issue of the market of security. It's an issue of drugs, of security. It's an issue of drugs in particular. Organizations in particular. Organizations, the Tren de Aragua, they use this organization to justify a persecution against Venezuelan migrants and to sort of tie, and because this is an important tie, to tie the government to this organization, to say that the government is it needed to in the region to have complete control over the United States. This administration, since the beginning of the administration, has said it wants to make Canada a 51st state. It wants to recuperate and remilitarize the Panama Canal. It wants to take Greenland. We see the obvious interventionism of the U.S. in the Argentinian elections. We see to take control again of the region. This is to take control again of the region. This is a restoration of dominance on in the whole Western Hemisphere, the whole continent of the Americas. And there, the military intervene with drug trafficking.
Good, good guys.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Well, I would like to thanks the comers from Barbados. I would like to thanks the comers from Barbados for putting people and leadership to the conference, management of the income of the, and somehow that kept the economy going. They also require people, countries to keep money in international reserve. In international reserve, fraction of the sweets of the Sudan in an easy, of the sweets of the Sudan in an easy way. That's a real challenge. And they to overcome. We know that the multiple, we know it's not about for to obtain the goals, as to the resources. It's about changing the whole structure, both militarily and economically. So this is not Venezuelan struggle. This is a world struggle where Latin America, we are seeing it in Argentina, we are seeing it in El Salvador, we are seeing it in Ecuador and other countries. And the threat is taking apart on this struggle.
But I want that the case of Jamaica, the movement with Venezuela and with Cuba to work and provoke an input there.
Currently being played out in the Caribbean here is the destruction of international law. And that started with, well, it's government people, and nothing is people. And nothing is going to be done about that in terms of it, which is the British Medical Journal, intimidated by this lunatic, this fascist, intimidated by this lunatic, this fascist lunatic in the White House. And they're all, we've entered an era now of diplomatic flight. In order to, even unfortunately, I've seen Hamas doing it. Fortunately, I've seen Hamas doing it, right? When they, not Lula, but the judicial, right? When they, not Lula, but the judicial system in Brazil, against, we have to be in solidarity, Cuban ambassador, but I'm of the view in power. It was such a progressive party in power. It was such a progressive party before, now it's a...
Essential. Look. And they were forceful enough to dominate the... But it must be a model. There must be a model and voice across the Western world and beyond going on in Venezuela itself. And that's what they had to do. Because there's no race man cannot under two. That don't belong to them. But it has to. And if we're using modern technology now, and if we can't get on CBC or we can't get on VOB, we got to maximize and learn all the technology that is required in order for us to use social media. So about Camlin before, and the small countries in the Caribbean have come to a position where we can be of a major asset to any fundamental changes that might be made. Right to be a true citizen. People are there because they want to be immigrants and looking for a better way of life and everything to go up there, but poor understand of the history of that country called the United States of America.
Against any intervention. And it be talk to the average working class person in Guyana, they would tell you the people of standard of living, especially for our people, and help many persons with IT. And these things have just come here that is standing up, has come here that is standing up and sharing its resources with the poor and powerful students. The Cuba was with save.
To be is right and what is wrong. This is they do not say for and there's a what Venezuela has with a model of governance that is achievable.
Thanks for coming.